Hi everyone, I'm going to take you on a little shop tour and show you the things that we've done to adapt and make things a little easier for me. For starters, getting in and out of here was a little bit difficult at first because we have a little bit of a threshold we have to get it up over. And so we went to our local welding shop and had them bend us a piece of diamond plate metal. And I made it so that it was short enough when I come to the door and I can reach the door and not have to have my main wheels on the ramp, so that way I'm not constantly falling backwards even more. And then we added this grab handle, so that way when the door is all the way open, I can just easily roll up, grab it, shut the door. Alright, now we'll head inside. Alright, one of the things that we did to make easier, this right here controls our door. Before the switch was up here in the box, right where that bolt is at, I can't reach that obviously. And so we rewired it, brought it down here. All this was here before, so we don't have to change anything there. For all of our air hoses, there's these little clamps. So basically before they would all hang up higher, so just simply raise them up so that way they're at my height and I can easily access them. Alright, we'll move on. This is our office. Same thing again, put another one of these nice grab handles so when the door's open it's easy to close. Thankfully our desk was already tall enough and had a wide enough spot right here, so as long as the chair's not there I can roll right underneath and everything's good to go there.
Somebody's trophies.
Alright, this is our new toolbox. Before, our toolbox there was a tall one, and I couldn't reach the top half of the drawers in the very top, and so I moved to this toolbox and everything is short. I can easily open, access everything that I need to get. And then something else I use is this. It's a welding apron. And so I put it on, and I got a long one, so that way it protects my legs and further down. Kinda learned the hard way that when I was welding and cutting metal, I had a piece of hot metal drop down before I had this, burnt a hole through my pants, burnt the top of my knee. I didn't know it until that night when I got home to shower. And so now I wear this, and also when I'm working on other things, I'll wear it too, not even when I'm just welding, because it keeps my cushion covered, so that way it keeps it clean so I don't get so dirty and have things sitting in my lap or falls off the bench into my lap. Just one way to stay a little cleaner. I also got different shoes. Before I was just wearing tennis shoes. I had the same thing happen there where I had a piece of hot metal drop down, burn into my shoe. Thankfully it didn't burn and spot onto my foot, but cowboy boots are just difficult to put on for me because the way that I can't control my foot, they just kind of jam up. So I went with these shoes. They've got the nice full leather top, so that way my foot's protected against anything that could burn me. Something else we did, we used to have cabinets right here underneath the bench, so we took those out. So now I'm able just to roll up underneath. So I can easily work at the bench and I'm not banging my feet and knees into things. Alright, now I'm going to talk about my track chair. The chair allows me to get around outside on the farm get into some areas around our grain bins and there's a lot of gravel or uneven terrain, I can just easily mosey my way right on through. And then it also allows me to stand, so that if I need to work at one of the benches on something up higher, or reach something up a little bit higher, it gives me that capability. I also have a couple different attachments for it. I've got just a toolbox sitting over there that I can put on the side, so I can put all my different tools in there. And then I also built a little sprayer that goes on the side of it, so I can go spray weeds around the outbuildings. All right, hop in quick. It's a little bit of an awkward transfer getting in, just because of these bars to get your legs in. Alright. I usually only wear this if I'm going to be standing, just because otherwise it's really not necessary. I'm not worried about falling out. I can show you quick how I can stand in it. You just change a little mode on here. And then my knees just get locked out against the pad. And then just slowly makes your way up. Get a few little spasms there. And once I'm up here, I can drive around standing up too. Trying to not run my wheelchair over. So that's the nice thing, is you can actually drive once you're standing. Alright. Go back down quick, and then I will show you how I pull our sweeper around. Before, we had a sweeper that you just walk behind, and it'll sweep up all the dirt here in the shop and another one of our sheds. But since obviously it'd be quite difficult to push while in the wheelchair, so we welded on a little chain on the back here, so that way I can pull it, and then just put a little eyelet on the sweeper. So I just back up here. I just keep that clipped right there so I can access it. Reach down, lock it in. Accidentally shut the chair off. And then just take off sweeping. Obviously, I haven't done it for a while because our shop's a bit of a mess. We're busy with harvest, and a clean floor isn't high priority. Alright, now I'm going to talk about my Firefly. It's just an attachment that goes onto the front of my wheelchair here. It allows me to get around and move quicker. This has worked really well. We go to some big farm shows that are outside. A lot of uneven ground that would take a lot of strength and wear me out quickly if I had to push all the way around it. Put this on the front. It's motorized. It all runs off of a little battery right here on the front, and it just allows me to drive instead of having to push. Basically, I don't have them on my chair right now, but there's a clamp on each side of the tube that goes right here, and then all I have to do is just pick this thing up, and then I would bring it over here, and it would clamp on, and then it picks the two front casters up off the ground, so it's just the two back main wheels and the front wheel. And then after that, it's just all drove off of. That goes forward, that goes reverse, and then there's 5 different speeds, and it'll go up to 13 mile an hour. And then you just have your brakes. Alright, this is my creeper that I use to work on equipment when I need to be lower to the ground and get underneath things. This was actually designed for people working on airplanes because the back can adjust to different angles so they can get underneath the wings when they need to do maintenance on their planes. So, the only bad thing is all the wheels move different directions and there's no way to lock them. So the only way when I get onto it, I'll push it up against something sturdy like that so it doesn't move around. And then this handle kind of sticks out a long way, so it's a little tougher to get in close to where I need to transfer. So once I'm on it here, there's a little, where it is, right here, this little thing here releases it. So that way I can go all the way down to the ground. And then once I'm here, I back up and pick my legs up. So now once I'm sitting down here, usually I'll have gloves on, but I can just push around the floor. And it allows me to get underneath, like say we bring a piece of tillage equipment in here, then I can just roll right underneath and get underneath if I need to grease or replace parts. And then to get back up, it's a little difficult moving around. Once you get here, make sure that's tight. You just start pumping yourself back up by hand. And then it'll bring me all the way back up to where I started from. This is our welding area. Originally, where all these tools are hanging here on the side was across the front. And so we just cut it off, reattached it over there. And so now it gives me the ability to just roll underneath here so I can easily work on things at the table. So in summary, we haven't done a whole lot. Basically just making so I can roll underneath things easily and then bringing things down to my level, and then just a few different tools like the creeper, and the track chair has been a big game changer too for being able to get around and then be able to pull the sweeper. And then I also have a blade for the front so I can move snow or mainly use it for pushing dirt and gravel off of the concrete here and leveling things out. And then just the shorter toolbox, and I guess I forgot to point it out, but I've got reachers all about the shop, so that way if there is something up higher, I just grab my reacher and pull down whatever I need. And that's a little quick tour around our shop and how I do things.